believers of God and God worshippers tend to decorate their God with all manner of beautiful names, even though this their God actually represent the direct opposite of that which they call him. They say his love is unconditional. They say he's a loving and forgiving father. No matter how many times you offend this God, he will forgive you because he's a loving father. His love is unconditional. A God that will sacrifice himself, his only begotten son, who is also himself, for the sins of mankind. They use this to prove to you that yes, their God's love towards humanity is unconditional. But in actuality, if you look at the indices according to the Bible and several other religious books that are selling the idea of this invisible God, there is no God that have a love that is unconditional towards humanity. And I will prove that to all of you that are religious, that are believing in a God like this. Be it the Christian God, the Muslim Allah, whichever other religious God we are talking about that represent characteristics like this. Let me prove it to you. For the fact that your God created a place of torture for his own children, where they will languish for eternity should they wrong him, is a direct evidence that your God is an unforgiving God. Your God's love is not unconditional, because if you truly know what it means for someone to have an unconditional love towards another, it means there is nothing you are going to do that would make that person to hate you and punish you for your wrongdoings. Do you get? But for the fact that this your so-called invisible God, whom you claim have an unconditional love for humanity, for the fact that he created a place of torture where you call hellfire, Gehenna, anything you like you call it, but it is a place of torture where you will go to after death, and in that place you will suffer for eternity without having second chance. So is that a God that have an unconditional love? Or is it that you guys do not know what it means to say something is unconditional? Many people just speak English, but they do not actually know what it means. I know English is not our language anyway, especially those of us that are from Africa. So if your God's love is unconditional, there is no sense creating a place of torture for the same people he brought into existence. A God that knows the future from the beginning ought to know exactly what humans we are going to do. So if you know those that will qualify to go to your place of torture, there would have been no reason creating them, bringing them into existence in the first place. Or did you intentionally, or did your God intentionally created all these people that would disobey him in their lifetime, so that he will end up throwing them into this place of torture where they would languish for the rest of their life, for eternity? A God that already have a place of torture for his own creation, for his own children, is certainly not a God that has an unconditional love. Stop arrogating all this beautiful name to a God that directly represents the opposite. Okay? I am not saying this God exists in reality, but I'm just using their book to prove to them that this their God with beautiful name do not actually possess all these characteristics that they are arrogating to him. Christians, Muslims, Judaism, or whatever religion you belong to, please wake up. There is no place of torture for any human being. Religion controls you with fear. If you conquer fear, you will live as a free human being. And many of us has conquered that fear religion has been controlling us with. We now live like free human being. I live life in my own term, not according to any religious book. You can do the same.